Once again, it's Greg from Urban Safety, Survival and Tactical Training and Bug Out Gear Layouts and Tactics Facebook page, dropping another Friday night video. Survival. What do you need to survive? That depends. What are the circumstances? What are you trying to survive? Where are you right now? What preps are available to you right now? How far away are you from help or home? Are you prepared here? Are you prepared there? Can you get there from here? Are you already at home? What are your skills? Lots of questions. While thinking about the many emergency or disaster scenarios from minor setbacks to major doom, I considered if survival in general could be summed up to just a few high-level statements, with all else falling beneath them. What is at the root of one's ability to survive? I've spent countless days and nights in some of the world's harshest environments, from scorching deserts to frigid mountains. I've learned that survival isn't just about knowing how to build a fire or find food, it's about having the right mindset and the willingness to adapt to any situation. In this video, we're going to break down the essential elements of survival, giving you the tools and knowledge you need to face the unexpected. Right, let's get down to the basics. When it comes to survival, preparation is key. At the very core of human survival, we have food and water. These are the essentials that keep us alive. It's the fuel that keeps our engine running. Without it, we grind to a halt, and fast. Imagine trying to hike through rough terrain without the energy from food. We're talking 3 days without water, maybe 3 weeks without food, and then it's game over. Dehydration and starvation are real threats. Now, in a perfect world, we'd have a pantry full of supplies and a freshwater spring bubbling up in our backyard. But reality often paints a different picture. But this isn't always the case, is it? When disaster strikes, those supermarket shelves empty out quicker than you can say earthquake. Panic buying can leave you with nothing. That's why having an emergency food stash is non-negotiable. It's your safety net when the unexpected happens. Think high-calorie, long-lasting foods, canned goods, energy bars, dried fruits, nuts, the works. These items can sustain you for longer periods. And don't forget about water. It's even more critical than food in many situations. You'll need at least a gallon per person per day, just for drinking. This doesn't even account for cooking or hygiene needs. But what happens when those supplies run dry? You can't rely on stored water forever. That's when you need to know how to find more. Nature can provide, but you need to know where to look. Can you scavenge for edible plants? Knowing which plants are safe to eat is crucial. Can you purify water from a river or stream? Contaminated water can be deadly. These are skills that could mean the difference between life and death. Learning them now can save you later. I remember that time I was trekking through the Osceola National Forest in Florida. The environment was harsh and unforgiving. The humidity was off the charts and my water supply was running dangerously low. It was a dire situation. I stumbled upon a stream, but it wasn't exactly crystal clear, and even if it was, drinking it without purification would have been risky. Using my trusty water filter, I was able to remove those nasty impurities and get a much-needed drink. It was a lifesaver. The ability to procure food and water is paramount. It's a skill set that ensures your survival. It's about resourcefulness, ingenuity, and knowing how to make the most of what nature provides. Every tool and technique can make a difference. It's about understanding the land, respecting its rhythms, and working with it, not against it. Nature can be both a friend and a foe. Think about your own environment. Each location has its own set of resources and challenges. Do you have a plan for sourcing water if the taps run dry? Rainwater collection can be a viable option. Do you know which plants in your area are edible and which ones will leave you with a nasty rash? Local knowledge is invaluable. These are the questions you need to be asking yourself. Preparation and knowledge are your best defenses. Food and water are the building blocks of survival. They are the foundation upon which all other survival skills are built. They give you the energy to keep going, to keep fighting, to make it through another day. Every bite and sip counts. So, get your priorities straight, stock up those supplies, and learn those essential foraging and purification skills. Your future self will thank you. Trust me, your stomach will thank you for it. In a crisis, being prepared can make all the difference. Now let's talk about shelter and security. Out in the wild, exposed to the elements, the human body is a fragile thing. The environment can be unforgiving, and without proper protection, survival becomes a daunting challenge. Too hot, too cold, too wet. It doesn't take long for things to go south. The body can only endure so much before it starts to shut down. Hypothermia can set in faster than you think, and heat exhaustion can knock you off your feet. These conditions are not just uncomfortable, they can be life-threatening. Shelter isn't just about having a roof over your head, it's about creating a safe haven, a sanctuary from the storm. It's about having a place where you can find respite from the harshness of the wild. It's about protection from the elements, from predators, from the unknown. A well-constructed shelter can mean the difference between life and death. Now your shelter can be as simple as a natural rock overhang or as elaborate as a debris hut you've constructed yourself. The key is to use what nature provides and enhance it with your skills. The key is to have something between you and the elements. Even a simple tarp can provide significant protection if set up correctly. I was once caught in a blizzard in the backwoods of Massachusetts. It was one of the most intense experiences of my life. The wind was howling, the snow was coming down sideways, and the temperature was plummeting. It was a race against time to find shelter. I needed shelter, and fast. The conditions were deteriorating rapidly, and exposure could have been fatal. I found a shallow cave, built a fire at the entrance, and hunkered down for the night. The fire provided warmth and a sense of security. It wasn't the Ritz, but it did the job. And then there's security. In the wild, security is just as important as shelter. Out in the wild, you're not at the top of the food chain. There are many creatures that see you as potential prey. There are creatures out there, both big and small, that would love to make a meal out of you. From bears to wolves, the dangers are real. And let's not forget about the two-legged predators, the ones who might see an opportunity in a crisis. Human threats can be just as dangerous. Security is about awareness, about being vigilant, about knowing what's going on around you. It's about staying one step ahead of potential threats. It's about making yourself a hard target, about not making it easy for someone or something to sneak up on you. Simple measures can greatly enhance your security. Think about your own home. Is it secure? Do you feel safe within its walls? Do you have a plan for securing your home in case of a break-in? Preparedness is key. Do you have a safe room where you can go if things get really hairy? A designated safe space can provide peace of mind. Shelter and security are about creating a sense of safety and control in a chaotic world. They are the foundations of survival. It's about having a place where you can rest, recover, and regroup. A secure shelter allows you to recharge and face the challenges ahead. It's about knowing that you're safe, at least for the time being. In the wild, that sense of security is invaluable. Adaptability, the ultimate survival skill. Now, we've talked about food and water, shelter and security, but the truth is, survival boils down to one thing: adaptability. It's the cornerstone of every survival story, the thread that ties together all the skills and knowledge we've discussed. It's about being resourceful, about thinking on your feet, about making do with what you've got. When you're out in the wild, you can't rely on the comforts of modern life. You have to use your ingenuity to turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. The ability to adapt is what separates the survivors from the statistics. It's the mental agility to pivot when things don't go as planned, to find new solutions when the old ones fail. It's about having the mental fortitude to stay calm under pressure, to assess the situation, and to come up with a plan. Panic is your worst enemy in a survival scenario. Staying composed can mean the difference between life and death. Adaptability is about embracing the unexpected, about not letting fear paralyze you. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. It's about having the confidence to try new things, to experiment, to fail and learn from your mistakes. Every failure is a lesson, every setback a chance to improve. It's about having a diverse skill set, about knowing how to do a little bit of everything. The more skills you have, the more adaptable you become. Can you build a fire? It's one of the most basic yet essential survival skills. Can you tie a knot? A simple knot can be the difference between securing your shelter or losing it to the wind. Can you navigate by the stars? When technology fails, the natural world can guide you. These are the skills that will serve you well in a survival situation. They are the building blocks of adaptability. But adaptability is more than just practical skills. It's about having the right mindset. It's about resilience, determination, and a positive attitude. It's about being positive, about focusing on solutions, about never giving up hope. Hope is a powerful motivator, and it can keep you going when things seem bleak. Think about your own life. How adaptable are you? How do you handle unexpected challenges? Are you comfortable with change? Change is inevitable, and your ability to adapt to it can determine your success. Are you willing to step outside your comfort zone? Growth happens when you push your boundaries. These are the questions that will determine your ability to survive, not just in the wilderness but in life. Adaptability is the ultimate survival skill, and it's one that you can cultivate every day. So there you have it, the base of survival. Food and water, shelter and security, and above all, adaptability. Remember, survival isn't about luck, it's about preparation, it's about having the right skills and the right mindset. It's about knowing that you have what it takes to face the unknown, to overcome adversity, and to emerge from the other side stronger than ever before. So get out there, get some training, push your limits, and never stop learning. Remember, survival is about being prepared and adaptable. Stay safe, stay prepared, and always be ready to face the unexpected. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.